Hey guys, Jake here. And today I am doing something I don't usually do. I'm doing a product review of two pairs of sunglasses. Well, really I'm going to focus on the right one, but allow me to introduce them. The one on the right is something I just bought. It is the Gargoyle ANSI Classic, and on the left is the Gargoyle Novus. Now, they look fairly similar, and I'll elaborate on kind of their history in a moment. I just bought the Gargoyle Classics, like I said, and the Novuses I've had since February of this year, so that makes about 8 months. Now, I bought the Novuses first, and the reason I bought them was because I really loved the look. I'd seen them in a few movies I really like. The Terminator from 1984, Arnold Schwarzenegger wore this style of sunglasses from Gargoyle. Slightly different company at the time, but that's a whole other story. And so I bought them, and I found them for $40 on eBay from a reputable seller. And on Gargoyle's website, if you go look right now at the Novuses, they're selling for $140. So I found mine at a supposed $100 discount. Now, I have no reason to believe that these sunglasses I received are bootlegs. They are, from what I can tell, legitimate Gargoyle sunglasses. And for a month I owned them, and I was quite happy with them. However, after, like I said, a month of wearing them, I'll move those so I can show you, I was unfolding them, and that happened. As you can see, I don't know, sorry about the bad focus, the camera doesn't want to focus on it, but the, one of the parts of the frame broke off at the joint because it's a plastic frame, and the contact screw, the screw it rotates around on the lenses, is made of metal. Now, this was a really dumb idea, I think, as far as Gargoyle is concerned, because a plastic-on-metal design is just not going to be as durable as a traditional metal barrel design that you see on most high-quality sunglasses, like Ray-Bans. So, I was really disappointed. I'd owned these glasses for about a month, and they were already out of commission. And there was no way to fix them. I couldn't get replacement frames, and I think it came with its own warranty card. I think my reasoning at the time was I got them for such a cheap price that I felt it wasn't even really worth going through the whole return exchange process for a new pair. So I just sort of was disappointed and let bygones be bygones, and that was it. But then I got kind of desperate, and in August of 2015, I was perusing eBay for a pair of the Gargoyles in this specific design. Now, I don't know what to call them from the 80s. I don't even know if they had a specific name. It might have been the only product they were producing. I'm not 100% sure of that. For all intents and purposes, I'm just going to refer to them as the Gargoyles, or the original Gargoyles. Now, in August, I was searching on eBay for a used pair from the 80s, about as legit as you can get, and from what I could gather, were built to a higher standard. However, I happened to stumble upon Gargoyle's Facebook page, and they had just, on that very same day, announced these, the Gargoyle Classics. Now, the assumption I had from this was that these were the reissuing of the Novus, because, I mean, they look like the same style. But if you go onto Gargoyle's website, they still are selling the Novus for $140, and the Classics are going for $100, at the moment of me making this video. And I saw this, and I thought, and I didn't know that the Novus was still in production at the time either, but even still, I thought, oh, come on, I'm not falling for this again. I already gave you guys a chance. I'm not happy with your build quality. But then I noticed something about the design, which inspired me to give them another chance. And that is, yet again, don't know if the camera will let you see that all that well, but do you see that shininess right there? Metal barrel hinges. That's what I'm talking about. So I saw those, and I said, okay, if they fixed the one detrimental, catastrophic flaw of the original Novus, or that's how I thought of them at the time, then I'll give them another shot. And I sort of postponed. I kind of got hung up on money, so I held off, and then after a month I bought them. I ordered them, and I ordered them directly from Gargoyle, I should say. I didn't want to take any chances with bootlegs or anything. I wanted to know I was getting a real Gargoyle product. No ifs, ands, or buts with that. Also because I couldn't find them in stock anywhere else, and the places that did have them in stock had them for $100, the same price as buying directly from Gargoyle. So I said, why even bother with the middleman? Let's just go direct. It'll certainly make warranty and all that a lot easier that way. So that's what I did. Bought them, chose free standard shipping. They got here in 2 days, so I was really happy with that. I'm not going to bother with an unboxing and all that. You're not here to see that, and if you are here to see an unboxing, go look somewhere else. I don't give a shit about unboxing. I don't know why you would either. I'll say quickly they came with a case, a semi-hard case to carry them in, which is nice. Cleaning cloth, standard stuff that comes with, a pair of nice sunglasses. The one thing I noticed immediately about them after taking them out of the box and putting them on was the shape of the lenses is slightly different, and I'll show you. I'm going to go put these on for you guys in a little bit to show you how they look different when you wear them. They look fairly similar just sitting next to each other, but when you put them on, you'll notice some key differences in how they kind of fit. The first difference I noticed was that the Classics have a slightly different finish on them. Gargoyle calls it the black/silver ice color, I think. It's basically a majority black, but when it has a bit more mirroring to it. The Novus I have is more of a smoked kind of matte black finish. These are more mirrored, and they're if you put your hand behind it, it looks much more black, but has a bit more, like I said, kind of a silvery ice tint to it as well. And there are some minor changes to the design from the Novus that happened. For one, the nose piece is larger and it goes lower on the lenses than on the Novus. So this causes them to sit higher on your face. Whether or not that's something you like or not is completely up to you. I'm not going to bother trying to contest whether one is better than the other. Another difference is that the the lenses on the Classics, which would be the new pair, I know that's kind of confusing to say, but they seem to be slightly thicker, and judging from what I saw on Gargoyle's website, I think they're a different material, supposedly stronger than what was on the Novus. I already addressed the metal barrel hinges being added to the Classic, which for me was the whole deal breaker with going to buy them again. And the other thing is that, if I'll turn these up real quick, you can see that the arms are shorter on the Classic than on the older Novuses. You can also tell, and you'll see this when I put them on, the lenses on the Novus are longer, or wider, I guess you could say. They go out, there's more width to them than on the Classic. And they also curve more. The Classics have a little bit flatter of a profile. Now you'll see how that plays out when I put them on, and I don't think there's really anything else to talk about on a technical basis with them, so I'll go ahead and put them on, and I'll show you the differences. I'll just show you how they look on my face. Alright, now that I've changed into a bit more appropriate attire to demonstrate what these sunglasses look like, these are the Novuses that I am wearing right now. So these are the older pair I had before they broke. So, just quickly showing you how they look for a kind of a reference sake to compare the Classics to. The reason I'm holding them like this is because since this piece of the frame is broken, I have to manually provide support so it balances correctly on my face, otherwise it kind of shifts to my right. So, not a big deal, but... and the frame broke off again. Get on there, you. And also, just one more thing. I mentioned the profile. See how the lenses really follow the curvature of my face. So, when you turn your head, there's not much jutting out. On my head, they fit very flat against my face. Personally, I prefer this look, but I'll show you the classic next, and you can see how that looks in comparison. Okay, now I have the classics on. These are the new pair, just to reiterate that. And, well, so here they are up close. You can maybe see, now that I'm outside, you can see a little bit of the color difference. As you can see here, like I said, they don't sit, they're a little bit flatter, so there's more, so I can stick my finger in there between my forehead and the lenses. They sit here, like I said, the nose piece causes them to sit a little higher on your face. And stepping back, modeling, you know, should have done it as a career. So, oh, one more thing. I have a really big head, and that's something to consider when you're looking at this, looking at me modeling them for you, because these are inherently very big sunglasses. They're big. I have a pair of Ray-Ban Aviators, which are, I forget the frame the lenses size, but it's the largest size they have. And on me, they look normal. If a normal person was wearing them, they would look really big, Willy Wonka style. So, if you have a, and how big is my head? Good question. Size 8 hat size 64 in metric or international units. That's 64 centimeters around. Triple XL motorcycle helmet, so I always have a fun time trying to find a hat that fits me. So I'm just bringing that up so you realize that I have a big head, a big face, and this is how they look on me. And they already look, even on me, they look fairly large. So, yeah, that's about it. I think, considering, even though I paid $100 for these compared to the $40 I paid for the Novus, they seem like a much more well-built product. They seem, I'm glad they ironed out the chink in the armor before that seemed to be the Novus's main downfall. And I'd say if you're willing to, if you want this style of sunglasses, and this is really your only option because Gargoyles is the only company, as far as I know, that makes things that look anything like this, then I'd say you can give them a shot. They come with a warranty, and from what I can tell looking over the warranty card, it looks fairly generous, fairly, you know, not, well, fuck you, good luck. Even if it's our fault, we're not going to cover you. Now, nothing like that. It looks fair, but if I have to deal with them, maybe I'll put an annotation in here letting you know how that goes. But other than that, that's about all there is to say, so thanks for watching.